Hey guys, this is Danielle here with The Shit Show, and I'm here to break down the shit that our spin doctors and now the White House is feeding us. This weekend was exceptional, and depending on who you asked, it was exceptional in good and bad ways. Crowds came out that were huge. Depending who you ask, they'll tell you different days. Today's show, though, is debunking not an idea or concept like times past, but instead White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer. Sean Spicer, you are a sad shit show, and unfortunately, according to leaks picked up by New York Magazine and others, Trump thinks you are too, apparently, from the way you dress to the way you deliver your press conferences. I think you're a shit show for a very different reason, namely because you're too good for your job. This weekend, Spicer was told to give a forceful press conference to really put those people in their place, to chastise the media for their poor coverage of the inauguration. Now looking at the photos, looking at the DC Metro records, crowd experts alike, I don't have to tell you and reiterate to you that Trump's inauguration crowd was not as large as Obama's, and it wasn't as big as the Women's March the next day. However, Spicer also had to defend his boss in saying that he did receive enormous support from the CIA, when in reality he had brought paid staffers in to clap for him. But I'm not even concerned about the lies. I'm more concerned about how uncomfortable Spicer was lying the whole time. Sean, you're probably a nice guy. Really, so nice you didn't feel right walking into that room and lying to America. I could tell, because when you walked in, you had this look, like in your eyes, you couldn't even look at the press. You had this appearance as if Dad just yelled at you, "Go be a man!" And then you had to go out there and be a man. But you couldn't, because you didn't want to be a bully. You didn't want to tell wrong. You wanted to impress your boss. Sure, anyone does. But when you got up there, you couldn't take your eyes off the script, and you couldn't stop stuttering and gripping the platform. You sounded like you were trying to blame everyone else for the problems or complain about who got to ride shotgun that day. But you didn't have the gumption to be a Cheeto-faced liar. And I'm sorry, you have too much soul and integrity for this job. But a few issues. First of all, you looked ill-suited, literally. Your garish suit had this jacket collar that was sticking up. It was so ill-fitting, and it seemed like you just picked up whatever was available to go on to give this press conference. The peak lapels on your jacket are really only worn by gangsters who enjoy pinstripes as well. But the fashion sense was so poor that New York Mag reported that Trump was upset about it. He was upset about your suiting, to say nothing of what you said. This information didn't even come from a press conference. It came from leaks, because information wants to be free. Leaks from your own White House. Secondly, you poor thing, you were stuttering and using words that don't even exist. Trump delivered the CIA an empowerful message. Excuse me? And then you almost said Bibi Netanyahu instead of Peña Nieto and referring to the president of Mexico, I think. Poor honey, you knew that Trump wasn't giving a pep talk to the CIA. You also knew that there were those paid staffers in the back. Thirdly, you can't hide your fear that was so obvious that all of this is going to come back to haunt you. You weren't breathing, you were choking. And you know that Kellyanne Conway is waiting in the wings, her cool, calm mug, just waiting with her blonde blueberry self to come and take your job. And everybody in the press knows that she would be the best misinformant in chief. And everyone knows as well that she is damn good at what she does. Bullying only works for bullies, which kind of gives me hope in a weird way that we can see through some of the lies that are coming out of this administration. Lies are harder to tell when everyone in the world is watching you. Some people in any administration have some shreds of hope, integrity, and knowledge of right and wrong. Being an asshole hurts to people who are good. But you know how I could tell you have a soul, Sean? At the end of that painful press conference, you looked at the press and you said to everyone, "Thank you, everybody, for coming. I'm sorry. You're too good for your job." Regardless of what you think of Trump, he's shocking the system. And poor Sean Spicer, you look shocked. Anyways, guys, this is the Shit Show. I'll be back. Keep on coming. Good night.